Good morning, class. Thanks for joining me over here. Let's take a look at how we can highlight or annotate chapter 3. Alright, so you're supposed to have read up to page 59 on your own already. Main two questions I'm going to look at is, what does she look like and what does she do? Okay, I hope it's obvious. The person I'm looking at is Miss Lopescu, whom we can see over here. Alright, okay, I'm not going to highlight here, I'm just going to underline this. Okay, so that you know what I'm talking about. Okay, Miss Lopescu. So, where do you think we need to start highlighting for her appearance? Okay, I'm going to pause a little bit so that you can think. If not, you can press the pause button, but I hope it's obvious to you that you should highlight within this paragraph. Okay, so within this paragraph, there are three things I want you to look at, and you'll label them A, B, C with me. Okay, so first thing, of course, right, she was not pretty. Her face was pinched, and her expression was disapproving. Okay, so I want you to label this A. Right, second part, let's take a look. I'm going to highlight a different color. You can still use the same color, but I want you to know that this should be B. Right, so we noticed that her hair was gray, but please don't just stop there. Notice that her face seemed too young for gray hair. So why is her face too young for gray hair? What does that mean? If you are young and you have gray hair, right, why would you have gray hair? Is it because you are premature aging? So she grows old very fast? Could there be anything else? Right. The third part. Right, she wore a bulky Macintosh and a men's tie around her neck. Okay. So I'm sure you have some questions. Right. By the way, I hope that you all take this very seriously because I realized that with this HBL thing, right, I only get to see you all in class once a week. Right? Because even weeks, or rather odd weeks, I'm supposed to see you all 2 periods on Thursday. But with HBL, yeah, I'll only see you all once every 2 weeks on Wednesday for 1 period. So please take this time very, very seriously. Okay? Because this is still going to count for me at exam. So I expect you to be able to follow. And when we meet every 2 weeks, I'm just going to check your answers and give you a thumbs up. And if you don't do it, then I'll have to report you straight away and give you a punishment as well. Clear? Alright, so that's A, B, C. I'm going to touch on pinched. Now, pinch here doesn't mean like I pinch you with my hand. No. Pinch here means more like, hey, if your face is pinched, you pinch your forehead, right? Go and look in the mirror if you pinch your forehead. What expression or what appearance do you have like? Okay? I want you to put your thumb and your index finger on like the edge of your forehead, on the edge of either brows or either of your eyebrows. Then just above your nose, pinch it so that your eyebrows come close to each other. Then look in the mirror. Okay? Right? You should look like you are frowning. Yes, that's right. So her face was basically frowning all the time, and that's why her expression was disapproving. So what character do you think that makes her? Or what do you think her personality is from that? Okay. Next, her face seemed too young for grey hair. Alright. I wouldn't accept premature, balding, aging, no, because she's young. Right? Premature, no. There's definitely something about personality behind it. Okay? So what do you think makes her have white hair or grey hair very early? Think about that. Right? What happens to her that makes her have this white or grey hair? Okay? While she's still young. Next, last but not least, so I'm sure you are wondering what's a Macintosh. Macintosh is actually a very a fancy British word for? Alright, for, anyone can guess? Raincoat, that's right. Okay, so she wears a bulky raincoat and a man's tie for a woman. What do you think? Do you think she's very cool, very fashionable, trying to set a trend? Oops. Or do you think that she is someone with no fashion taste? Right? Can you choose between these two? Someone very fashionable, very hipster, or someone who has no fashion taste? Don't know what's cool or what's weird. Okay? So please write that down. Okay, so this was question 1. I concluded it already. So I'm just going to label this question 1. Where would question 2 be? Okay. Do you think it's here? Or could it be the next page? If you realize the next page is mainly about Bob talking to Silas, right? Okay. So I wouldn't use that. So let's take a look at this part. Okay. Right, immediately below. Okay. Alright, and let's start our highlight. Okay, so first thing, right, Bob greeted her. How do you do, Mr. Pasquill? And Mr. Pasquill, what did she do? Said nothing. If she said nothing, can that be counted as her doing something? Yes, it can. Right, choosing to do nothing, like he was frozen in fear. Isn't that action? He saw the old lady but he didn't help her. That's still an action. Okay? So ignorance or not doing anything, that still counts. Okay? So that's one. Said nothing. I'm gonna label this. Okay. So I'm gonna use a different color. Oops. Okay. So this is one. Okay. Alright, what did she do instead? Let's take a look. Okay. She sniffed. Okay, I could highlight this. Technically that's fine, but I'm gonna use this instead. I think it's cooler. Walked all around board. Right? What do you think about this way of greeting people? Hmm? When I was in 2B, I got them to act it out. I got two boys to stand. One boy was supposed to put his hand out and shake the hands of the other boy. Right? And the other boy, instead of shaking his hand, went around and sniffed his butt. Right? Who does that? What animal does this? That's right. Okay? So she kind of behaves like a dog, right? Quite interesting. Um, and if someone was to sniff you, how will you feel? Alright? I hope you feel. Okay, you know what? I would like you to write your reaction here. Okay? So how will you feel? I'm gonna put this down. So we have A, B, C. We have 1 and 2. Okay. Next part. Right, so she tells him. This is still action, by the way. Cause language, right? That counts. Or dialogue. You'll report to me on waking and before you go to sleep. Okay. We also notice that. Oh, where's my? We also notice that she has rented a room in a house over there, and she shall spend my time in the graveyard. Here's a historian. Whoops. I'm just gonna highlight this, researching the history. Okay. Ooh, she has something interesting here. Alright, just gonna highlight this for fun. Okay, so I'm gonna use a different color. Okay. Oh, but I noticed she says something interesting. Right? She says, because they argue over this, right? And then she says, short for nobody, a foolish name. Okay. Wow, we have quite a bit. I'm gonna start labeling. So we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So for number 3, right, you'll report to me on waking and before you go to sleep. Right? What impression do you have of her personality from this? Report to me on waking and before you go to sleep. Feels just like it's in the army or something, right? So how do you think that makes her feel? Okay. Or rather, instead of what makes her feel, what do you feel or what do you think is her personality, right? What do you think? Okay. Next, we see that she'll spend her time in the graveyard researching the history of old graves. Alright? So she's a researcher. Now, okay, most of you are probably going to think immediately she's smart, she's hardworking. Sure, I accept that. But I'm thinking more about um what I call it? This thing, huh? You say that she's gonna spend the time in the graveyard. So like after he wakes up, and before he goes to sleep, I'm guessing she's gonna spend that time researching, right? What could she do instead if she is supposed to be taking care of nobody? Hmm? What do you think she could do instead? Do you think she could talk to Silas? Sorry, not talk to Silas. Talk to nobody, entertain him, play with him, hang out with him. After all, Silas is going to be gone, right? So besides being smart and hardworking, what do you think she is if she doesn't choose to play with with nobody, right? If she chooses to ignore him, what does that make her? Okay, so that's number 4. Okay, that's number 4. Last but not least, we have number 5. Okay, you understand, boy, right? She calls him boy. Does Bob like it? I hope it's obvious to you that he doesn't, right? Because he wants to be called Bob. And then how does she react to that? Does she say, "Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry. I'll call you Bob in the future"? No, right? She calls it a foolish name. How would you feel if someone came up to you and said, "Hey, Ayuni," or "Hey, Danya"? That's a foolish name, right? Who calls it? Who gives themselves this name? No, I'm gonna call you girl. Girl, come here, girl. Right? I don't even give you a name. Just girl, boy. How will you feel? You'll probably feel upset, irritated, maybe annoyed or disappointed that she doesn't want to bother to know your name. Okay? So again in part 5, what do you how will you describe her if she behaves this way towards nobody? Okay? So that's how Miss Lupescu behaves, huh? Alright, so I'm just gonna ask you to do 1 and 2. Alright. Not gonna ask you to do 3 and 4 yet, but I want you to let Silas over here. Silas says, "Hey, you're gonna be very good friends with Miss Lupescu. The two of you will get on." Okay? Get on, what does this mean? It means, hold on, make/become good friends. Do you agree with Silas? Do you think that right now they just have a misunderstanding? Or do you think that Silas is just making an excuse so that nobody will let him leave and do his travel? Okay, so that's one. Second, Silas says, "Hey, you're being very rude and you must apologize." Right? Do you agree with Silas that he should apologize? Or do you think Bot has a right to behave this way because Mr. Pesky was rude to him in the first place? Okay. Alright, so I want you to think who will you side with, why, alright, and I want you to uh, use the think, know, explain method that I taught you. Okay, this method should be submitted on the website through the Google form I've put over there. Alright, so I will receive it there. The rest, 1 and 2, I will receive it from you when I go through in class. Well, I'm going to see you 2 weeks from now. Okay, so when I go through in class. Alright, the next time we have this vlog, uh, I'll be doing questions 3 and 4 about means to pascal. Alright, so please, I guess as homework you can read 61, you can read actually until here, page 65. Okay, 61 to 65 as homework. Okay, just read that much. Alright, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for following me. Have a nice day. Goodbye.